I am here to comment on, or do like a commentary, I guess. My new video. This is just a sort of a continuation from the last one, which was drawing cars in perspective. Now you'll see at these early drawings are pretty bad, mainly because I wasn't going into this very confident. But later you'll see that I sort of made things simpler and and more light, mainly because when you're gonna draw bold, I think you should probably draw. Well, for me, I should probably draw bold when I'm confident in the with sort of with the whole thing, such as the perspective, the proportions, and the design. And so I guess I was stepping a little too ahead when I should have kept it light, as in the first video. I try. Now I know nothing about cars, so my proportions are like really terrible, and I suggest finding references. So for this video, I didn't use any references, mainly because they're kind of hard to find, mainly because there's so many different kinds of cars, and so it got pretty overwhelming. So I decided to really stick to the basics of the basic building blocks of a car, which is like a rectangle, a square, and a few circles. That was pretty much my thought process. I just mainly wanted to showcase the perspective and design, but not worry about too much about the details, because you could always pull up references for those. And as you can see, I sort of decided to try again. I sort of made like my own references of like a really really basic car. But I think if you have the side angle, or the side of a car, the front of a car, back of a car, and maybe the bottom, then you can pretty much draw from any angle, which is what I'm doing right now. And these are really basic shapes. I'm not too worried about. I only wheels are a little more tricky because they're not completely at the side of the car. They're sort of almost a little in. But I drew them at the side because they're easier to see. I'm just mainly worried about the placement of the wheels, so they're not too close to the front or too close to the back. Wheels are very tricky. They're sort of strange. Right here, I'm just drawing a fisheye lens, mainly to break down my process. Because as you just saw that on the last drawing, I didn't use any guidelines. I can sort of see them without having to draw the lines, but it's always good to go back and sort of remind yourself and make sure your perspective isn't like you aren't building bad perspective habits. And I really wish I drew the circle smaller or lighter, which is why I drew it again on the side. And right now I'm just drawing the side of a car. Hopefully you can see it. I know like sometimes because of the lack of details, the drawing won't appear as you intended it. Now it's pretty much it for the video. If you guys want, I would sort of I'd be down to sort of make a tutorial video, or 'cause I think I have a pretty good understanding. Um, the only issue is references. References take a if you want to find like good references, it takes a while, and you have to collect a bunch of references together. I think for if you have a specific car in mind, it should be much easier because there's probably a lot of pictures of that car, and you also have to find pictures of the interior as well as um, like details on the car seat or the dashboard, the steering wheel, maybe the windows or like so the windshield wipers. Trying to get those down is kind of hard. I guess you can make like a I wish there was like schematics or blueprints that would show like detail all the parts. I'm sure there's a website that lists a bunch of parts, but like I said, I'm not a car guy. So but I am trying to get out of my comfort zone, because I know if I want to draw comics or make animations, drawing cars is or learning how to draw cars is pretty important. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm sorry for the long rambling, but I think I love drawing, so see you guys.